I gather you've been busy since we last spoke. Lord Harshafon's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policy, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillimain arrived in Corthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Holshafont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that's his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs.
Oh. There it is.
By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Corthus is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources of Ishgard We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard provide more pertinent information. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray, journey to the Steel Vigil, and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Huh. Something kind of messed up about calling her unfit when it, looks like she got beat up. You're a crappy knight despite the fact that you, like the rest of the other knights, got your cheeks clapped. Just you were unfit. Confound it all! How are we to How are we to redeem House Herante if we can't even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. Oh, that sounds awful. House Herante will remember your kindness. I hate that voice. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe. Bless you, miss. Bless you. Curse those foul fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming.
No, I think that one too. Hate all of the seconds.
It was a foolish... Ah, mother... Who was...
Unless it's those same ones that were blinking in and out of that book thing.
It was a foolish thing to do, I know. But I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of these scaleskin. Moreover, it was House Celerante that yielded the steel vigil to the Horn many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name.
I'm wondering if there are some kind of hacks happening. Repeated spawning, invisible NPCs. Anyway.
One might say that our defeat... One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. And despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon, I must accept the judgment of all the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath.
Now I remember the voice I gave him.
What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Rocks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance for being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal of which Inquisitor Guillaumin has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association, yours. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickerman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Corpus, so he may have an inkling who could be responsible. Why is this such a huge, I get it's a storage room, but there's not a lot of stuff in here. What? Why are there 5 people working here? Someone tampering with shipments. Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found on our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm a House Tolerante man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what's bringing them the shipments did it, though. I know most of them would work the trade routes, and I never had the cause to question their faith. If it wasn't simply them either, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it's... Could have been the fellas that were responsible for the inspections. Ha! Iscardian Knights and Inquisitors, the lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. Their crew coming from Camp Dragonhead from right Brim Frost this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Beg your pardon. You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Laterante's shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our pastors and see what you find. And just like that, they appear. Looky here. Look what I found. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. Suck it, nerd. But that's impossible! Once the Knight of Whiteburn Frost concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels onto the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never allow you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Haurchefant. I will not be held accountable for this.
Lord Haurchefant, I know who to hold accountable for this.
Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries? If every single parcel bound to Skyfire locks, that beggars belief. That's not his voice. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Adorante's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed their hand. And praise alone that he did. Lord Brancel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we wish to clear his name.
Alright, now let's see how my voice acting of Haurchefant is totally butchered the actual one. It should be.
From the very first, I knew it could not have been so many members of House Adorante weren't heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will see to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Bridgie. Tell her that House Fantôme asks, nay, demands, that Lord Brancel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. What is it, my child? Lord Haurchefant would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guilliman presides over Lord Brancel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not, if Lord Brancel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in her lone hall. He shall walk in her lone halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's not a stupid idea. If he's innocent, then at least if he's innocent, then God will forgive him and forgive us. If he is not, then damn him. Like, no matter what, he's dead. like, we're like, oops? What do you mean, oops? Like, oops, we accidentally killed the wrong person. We accidentally killed an innocent man. Haurchefant, you won't believe this shit.
They have taken Lord Brancel to Witchdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Ali, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time that I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guilliman in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Brancel alive.
Like, how y'all enjoying your time up here, Sid? Alphino, you a little cold? Like, you know what to help with that? You know, moving around and helping me?
Hail, Ali. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor. But if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Let's go out. Joaquin Charlemont Francel de... Oh, okay. I don't think that... Turn that off. I'm going to turn that off. This is not actually reading it. Hear me, brothers! These charges are false! The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Isgard. It is for her alone to judge. You speak the truth. The only person who can prove your innocence is the God who cannot come here to speak for themselves. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Hallow's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their Draconian forms and be put to the sword. Because yes, if he was a heretic and then turned into a dragon, he would fly up to then be put, like, to then willingly put himself down. Yeah, that makes a butt ton of sense. So either you're innocent or you're going to be guilty and you're going to willingly turn yourself in. In the name of House Forton, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we have come on behalf of Lord Hoshafon. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Hoshafon has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts, I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere with legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Hoshafon arrives, Ali. And remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. I keep changing the voices. I'm pretty... Ah, crap, we're both healers. Alright. Oh wait, I don't have the fans. Like, this is an issue because it's like, again, I have these skills but I can't use them because I'm too strong. Oh, stone shit. It is kind of fun. Oh, you, mother? I don't know how I did think about it. Oh, yeah, this whole thing that like I get it, like fast track you to this level. But the problem ultimately becomes that I become so strong that I can't use those skills. Yeah, I need to get it. It's like I'm dangerous with my shield and quickly stick.
it is kind of cool seeing these like old skills. Because I was here just to know. I was here just to I was here soon enough to where I know these skills, I know about these skills, and like it makes sense to why they would leave them here, but the fact that like they don't exist anymore. So there is this little bit of charm to it where it's like if you were a true new player and you're seeing these skills, it's like what is like if you're asking what are these, why am I not and like what are these for? You have to know it. Very difficult. I can't use these skills that I got. Where are you going? You just ran all the way over here to unsuccessfully heal yourself. Hey, Gilligan, you see the Draconian Rosary over here, held by the guy you were working with? Choke knocker.
It's not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Ferrante. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord. Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof do you have of this? By the Fury! A Draconian Rosary? The knight who refused to yield. It was he who summoned the wyvern? A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horchefant. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation.
Like, this is such a fucked up system because, again, like, if there wasn't anyone here to see this, an innocent man would have just been put to death. And even more so because it seems as if there wasn't a thorough enough investigation. Like, hey, he has this thing. Oh, he's clearly crazy and evil. Evil. It's like, I'm not crazy and evil. Well, then jump off this cliff. If you die, then it turns out you weren't crazy and evil. But if we were right, then like that's such a fucked system. It's either you're right but you die, or you're wrong, in which case we're going to kill you. It's like and again, like, the perspective from someone who has played this, who's gone through this story, who knows the things that are going on. It's like, it's like, were they wrong? Yes, but again, it's like there was so much more to this that makes it all the more fucked. Oh, I probably should have read that. Whatever. Oh yeah, you were here.
Lord Horchefant,
I need to figure out how I'm gonna go about these voices. I don't remember them.
Lord Horchefant, I have not the words to express my gratitude. But why would you risk your reputation to save mine?
Because I know you, boy. That didn't seem like, anyway.
You're too loyal to betray Isgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped off of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Celerante. Praise alone that it did not come to that. But it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Ali. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Oh, I am recuperated. Camp Dragonhead. Not heading towards Camp Dragon, I'm heading that one. Oh, that one just popped. Like was here. Nope. I know what'll happen if I go down there. I'll die. Actually, I won't die. I'm stronger than everything down there, but that would surely suck major doo-doo. I think I do need to just find a nice chair. You look well, Ali. May I say what a pleasure it is to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Forton and House Celerantes shall never forget your service. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. The man with knowledge of the enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you are inquiring to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Cortus several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it just so happens I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium. I don't know why that struggle. During that period, I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost suddenly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horsefront is, from all inclinations, quite fond of you, so mayhap he may lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. I am an army of soldiers. Why would I go back in there? He's a cool guy. So, you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil. Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durante. I will write a letter to Lord Drillmore of Whiteburn Frost and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead has concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Ali. May Halon guide you. This looks real bad. I will not call off his Cox. Wonderful to see you again, Ali. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So, the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it was two once the outpost held by House Telerante. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravonian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Duriander, I think it's Duriander, House Duriander instead has been charged with that duty. Given that, I doubt my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Hilarante. It's not Hilarante, because it's not Halenot. Maybe Halenot? House Halenot have yet been unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and toward you now as well. No, I didn't take my sneakers off. There we go. My sneakers are too. I've discovered all of the Central Highlands. You desire an audience with Lord Drillmont, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Rochefort and Francel, is it? A likely... Oh, you're serious. What to do? Let me see the man. It's quite easy what to do. Your timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Drillmont's intentions are focused solely on the Stone Vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Aboulise. Yes, Sir Abelize can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. Hey, Alphino, how's your work coming? Time is a resource we can ill afford to squander. Now we must gain entrance to the stone vigil without further delay. Alphino, you are like not helping at all. I'm doing all of this. No, no over the storage room on the top floor, though. Like, the only reason I'm giving Sid a pass is because he just learned some things about himself. If the Enterprise is indeed inside the stone vigil, then we must convince Lord Gilmont to cooperate. Sloppy. Sir Brunadier bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be the better position to help, but I assure you he is mistaken. Lord Drummond hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for the head Shurigan, Astendane. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Alright, that was just here.
Are you here to visit? No.
Are you here to visit the patients, madam? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Forton and Hilernot. I had it the first time. Hilernot. With documents such as these, you needed seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Lord Godernau. He should know Lord Gilmont's current whereabouts. What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you are in luck. Lord Gilmont is just up these stairs. Letters are no, though. I would not expect much. House Durender. Yeah, House Durender as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Sir Godinal permitted you passage. Very well. Speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scaleskin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you with the avatar of the Fury herself? We are the scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillmont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Corthus to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sinnan Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive. But that's impossible. Indeed. Oh. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honey words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in its guardian history, as her House Durandare marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in the Whiteburn front but three mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and two scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandare would have greater sense. I know not why these three seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment, I nearly believed this man was false. You three will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. It could be moons before House Durandare purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot wait that long. Sid, Ali, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drumont's trust. Understood? We say in front of him, and the dude who is trying to slander us, tell everyone our plan. Though I guess it ultimately doesn't matter because we're not saying anything specifically. But, you know. Oops. Common is the notion which has warred with its neighbors. But our neighbors are dragons, relentless and merciless creatures. Through generations of conflict and sacrifice, we have honed our warcraft with fire and blood. All to survive, all to triumph. Anything less, and we would not be here today. And, I'm lost. And I'm lost. Okay, not that lost. You were the last responsible for the commotion upstairs. Aye, well, it travels fast in Whiteburn front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drumont's mind. If there's one thing I've learned about the men in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Went over the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Save the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meats whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we should prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twould be a quality meal, 'tis true. 'Twouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it's a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danvin Pass, and take the bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging the mucus glands, drying their skin. Cool, that's helpful. really not my turn. Oh, I did. Could have probably saved it. Probably, well, would have taken a while. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Oh dear. Remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Anyway, this should only take a moment. I'll just need this, and voila! Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here in the buff above. Here is me stepping all over the food that I... Oh no, your food was ruined. Well, here's some new food. You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. I got you. Mwahahaha. Yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I had the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. Ah, I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. Like, I now have the energy to lie, not do work. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Alon's blessing is upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. You're welcome. Ever must we train to retain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. You are godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durindar must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? Aye, but I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking this steak to Senota? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Right, upstairs. Oops. I beg your pardon, madam, but I am busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. Is that? Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic! Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away.
Right way. Oh. I guess raptor stew.
Might have a word with you, Ali. It concerns the Chinerigans, whatever. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of the broken equipment to craft a more advanced amulet, both a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. Oh. All I require to complete the device are the cores of three-eyed spirits. Though commonly used to reduce the temperature of alchemic mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Have you obtained the cause? If so, please show it to me. What an amazing device! But is it truly an amulet, sir? I've never seen its like before. I am too unsure of what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, it shall be if it's as effective as he claims. It'll be a great boon to have in the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder, where the kindly strangers bear gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at cost. Dude is literally just going out of his way to cockblock us. Like, come on, man. The earnest efforts are but a means to an as of yet known end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation profited by these unbelievers. Motherfucker, you really are going out of your way to, like, cockblock us. Why does that man detest us so? It's all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Before we can persuade Lord Drumont to help us, it seems we must convince Lord Inquisitor Gilliman that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of White Brim Front. Share your findings with Alphano in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Hey, it's Patrick.
Under Inquisitor Gilliman's watchful eye, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice.
It's like, that was a terrible Patrick.
They say he goes days without sleep.
I can't do that. I can't do this. So great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us.
It's such a terrible package for oh, I'm struggling, man. Inquisitor Gilliman, I haven't the foggiest idea whom you speak. Unbeliever. We have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you have hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you! Okay, let's go upstairs now. Jiminy Crisp. How? 4? Alright. Inquisitor Gilliman? Yes, of course I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whiteburn Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in darkness pitch black. Black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I awoke, it was days later in this very bed, when I had lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Gilliman rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope that one day repay his kindness. Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitor are the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halon's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Okay. Yeah, you cold? You didn't think to dress better? Like, you don't do your research? Fucker, all you've been doing is standing out here in the cold doing nothing. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited for the climate. No shit, Sherlock, why? I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with the irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It would seem as no surprise that he's held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely renew the testimonials you have obtained, Ali. Mayhap they will provide insights into Inquisitor Galleymain's motivations. Within questing, like every gets us to before we level up. That's what I'm very sensitive. So I keep the bonuses off, and maybe by the time I get to the home, be like level 55. If that. Something troubles me about the Wounded Knight's account. He claimed he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the Eastern Gate. Yes. But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived at Whitebrim Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Oh, okay. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Joliant is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps shall shed light on this mystery. Jiminy Christmas, a plasmoid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did not remember this. That, I think, is an issue with perspective. Because this, like, when you consider how big Ishgard is, and, like, it still has several zones, and even within, like, the aren't broken up, they're huge. Like, they're still decent in size. Like, the city does not look like it's big enough to hold. Like, it's so close. But a city should be much bigger than that. Like, I don't think from one spot I should be able to see the back of the city. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintances of the real Inspector Gilly-May. Newly come to Corpus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is inconceivable proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he was decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Ali, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. I'm gonna get me some ugly shoes. Since Lord Gilmont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But who might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsement of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. Oh Lord, just appear. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that's the only way left to us. Confront Sir Gelot with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Yeah, why are you a dirty, dirty liar? The Inquisitor is an impostor. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that it is all a lie. That was a weird sentence. If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Perlunia. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. You. I do not believe you know. I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it, not at all. You're full of shit. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Chaudjolon gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of the Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family. Secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Jolont and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jolion to the infirmary, and in his first night in White-Prone Fort, the Inquisitor Guilliman was heralded as a hero. Soon after the accusations, countless men and women of good moral standing seized while possessing draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drummond, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing. Until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southwest of White-Brim Fort. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks, as I hoped they were discovered and considered evidence in a conspiracy against House Helenart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt over the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone, forgive me for not acting sooner. Why do you persist this folly? I will not grant you the access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There'd better be a very good explanation as to why you're carrying these rosaries. Where did you find this papal ensignio? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic. Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence in your testimony could not have any other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Ali, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first, I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Else take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Ali. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all.
I just went like the complete wrong ass direction.
Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drummond arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we must need use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in the Lord's halls. Only the wicked.
But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of alone.
That's an ugly voice. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drummond, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume, like Guillaume, I think, maybe Guillaume, and countless innocents. I look so out of place. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed. But you find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Drummond. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence. Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drummond, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel bears against Dravanian fang and claw. He was a horrible tank. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans are ruined, heretic. Oh, he's alive again. Neat. Your plans are in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many guardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been replayed with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead,
Tomorrow in Aurora, there will be partly sunny weather, with a high of 70 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 35 degrees.
white brim front shall fall, and then the temperature will rise to a nice and comfortable 70 degrees. A bit on the warmer side, but definitely still short sleeves and short weather. Maybe a hoodie. So predict my forecast. Defiant to the last. It's all about them pants, those tights and them Uggs. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserve not better. Ali, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should have never been asked to intervene on Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you to our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front, and bring your associates. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been, Ali? The false inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes. Well, his was a tall tale always likely to end in bloodshed. Although you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we successfully secured the Enterprise. Wow, Kelly, you did an amazing job solving all these things, like solving the problems in this region. But fuck you, I want my airship. As I'm sure you will agree, it is past time we enter the Stone Vigil. Pray Lord Drummond a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. What a prick. Sid and I will follow anon.
We have this situation in this place where we have the means to help because innocent people are being killed by an imposter. But fuck you, I want my airship. That's more important.
We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillemets, Guillemets. Yeah, I think it's Guillemets. I hope I don't have to keep saying it. Some of these names are Guillemets would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand. But you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the signs of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong.
Well, it's gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Jeez! Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the stone vigil and retrieve our airship.
Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all you have done for us.
You mean all I have done for you? Sid was at least nice to, try to help out and do y'all right. Alphino just stood in the middle of the fucking cold and complained.
But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear.
You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin.
In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scout the old records to confirm that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the stone vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we were able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruins served as a Dravanian foothold in Corthus, from which they had struck out at us and in depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change.
Or how it will change. Forgive me, Dramon, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have no time to wait. We will secure our property without Asgardian aid.
I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathan, of your impending visit. May he alone guide you, Silence.
Excuse me. Hail, Ali. Lord Drillmont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the stone vigil whensoever you will.
Okay. Alright.
So I'm going to punch you in the throat. Cow. don't need that for me. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get you two out. Yeah, get you two taken care of before it gets too late. And then get you off bed and then come back. On here? Yep. Alright. Alright, I'm now only 10 levels behind. That's a decent sign. Someone's over here. So I can make sure my nightmare is fixed.
With all I got.
Probably be back in a couple hours to take care of Stone Vigil and keep going from there. Okay, so I shall return. I shall return.